I'm going back to New York. I'm going back. I'm getting out of this population of like a million people city back to my farm town in Westfield, New York of 6,200 people. And I did that. And believe it or not, it was a hell of a lot easier to get on my feet in that little farm town than what it was in a big city because everything was right there. I could walk to my job. I could, get on my feet. Me and my mother still didn't see eye to eye. So when I came back, I moved in with my godfather, who was also my uncle. Um,
Okay.
moved in with him. Again, a fixed income. Um, a I wouldn't say a broken home, but it definitely poverty. And the cool thing was I got to reunite with a lot of kids that I went to school with in elementary and middle, and at this point, they're graduating high school and moving on with that. But we were all very tight knit, and we all used to hang out. We actually used to have a outside of a church. There was a picnic table, and that's all where all of us delinquents hung out. Was outside the church, smoking weed, drinking our alcohol. We didn't fuck with anything. We weren't vandalizing anything. We're just a bunch of misfits, hanging outside of a church, smoking, drinking, and doing our thing. We were the kids that kind of were setting our own path.
Right. So at that time in your life, though, you really haven't learned the meaning of the dollar yet.
No, I started working at a factory called Crown Hill Stone, where we made mud into pavers. Basically, it was the dirtiest job you can think of with the most manual labor, where you bust your tail. Um, for I think at that time it was like 8.75 an hour or whatever the hell minimum wage was in
That's
New York
damn good
State.
money back then.
Yeah, I mean it's
Wait,
minimum
wait.
wage New York
No,
State.
how old are you?
Yes, I'm 31. I'll be 32 next month, but um,
Wait, yeah, you're probably right.
775, something like that, maybe. Something around there. Um, and I started working there, and I ended up moving back in with my mom because living conditions weren't up to par at my uncle's. And needless to say, that was a shit show living at my mom's. We just never saw eye to eye. There were many reasons into that, but we just never saw eye to eye.